Okay, here we are back in Octopath Traveler, and the time has come for the final Chapter 2, Culminates. So I have to ask you guys, has it felt what? I don't know, like a little bit more than 2 weeks since I started this playthrough to anyone else? Granted, if you're coming in really late, you may not actually be aware that we're almost halfway through the game by now. Welcome to Stonegar, the largest settlement in all the Highlands. We're home to some of the realm's largest binderies, so expect to meet your share of craftsmen during your stay. A woman who works at the inn in Stonegar, though she entered this line of work in the hopes she would one day meet the man of her dreams, fortune has yet to smile upon her. She has started to wonder if she would have had better luck working at the tavern. Yeah, you're better at the inn, trust me. Like, she wants the barroom experience, we can have Ulberg smack her around like one of the drunk patrons would.
Here we are.
Have you ever heard tell of the burial site of the Ventus Kings? Some folks say it lies in the place people call the Tomb of Kings. Of course, no one I know has actually been there. Horrible beasts lurking about tend to keep the visitors away. A slender man with well-defined features, he is well-versed in a great many esoteric subjects. Folktales, mythical creatures, the realm of the dead. Such things are within his purview. He holds deep beliefs, it is said, though none know precisely what they are. Maybe we'll know if we rummage through his pockets. Or not. So yeah, he didn't really have much going for him. Big place. Let's grab this. That is so obsolete right now, it's just... It's utterly shocking, man. Well, I guess it helped Therion, Ulberg, and Tressa, but for any of the hardcore casters, they have bigger SP pools, they need bigger stuff by now. I think this is the first library I've seen in the game.
Hello there.
Everyone knows the Vindery I work at, it's the grandest in town. A bookbinder employed at... Oh, he's a bookbinder. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. A bookbinder employed at the preeminent bindery in town. His lack of social graces led him to pursue his solitary profession. Even now he limits his interactions to his suppliers and his customers. Ah, you can't guide him. If we wanted to beat him down, he goes down pretty easily from the look of it. Okay, I get it. It's not bindery, it's bindery.
Good day.
Atop the staircase, you'll find the Manor District, where the town's wealthiest citizens reside. He once had his entire fortune stolen by a woman he courted, and has been wary of the fairer sex ever since, going so far as to hide his money and possessions in various secret caches. Unfortunately, he can never recall the precise locations of them all. And now we know where one is. And just to be safe, we're gonna... Wow. Okay, with all the crappy stuff that I've seen so far, this should probably be the first place you hit, not the last. The bargain struck. From now on, I'll be the safekeeper, not the safe breaker. The first typo I've seen in the game, I believe.
Oh, a fine day to ye.
This town be famous for its binderies. Scholars from all over come here. A former mercenary who injured his knee not in battle, but during a visit to town when he took a tumble down a flight of stairs. He made the place his home after falling in love with a woman who nursed him back to health. Tower Shield. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. I usually say I take these in the event I need to sell them later, but I haven't really gotten around to selling much of any of this crap. And the thing is, I'm actually getting to the point where money isn't really that much of a problem. I have all these things to sell, and I just keep putting it off further and further. Ah, it's locked.
Hello there.
Stonegar is divided into different districts by the slopes of the very mountain on which it was built.
That's right.
The aristocrats live high atop the mountain in their mansions. The common folk dwell around the outskirts, where workshops are aplenty. A widow who has resided in this town for many long years. Even when her homeland was nearly consumed by the fires of war, she refused to leave. The blackened remnants of that troubled time stand as a bitter reminder of those who were lost, including her husband. She's been through a lot. How tough is the old bat? Not very. It's also interesting you can't really guide a lot of people here.
Oh, hello.
The common folk live down that way, to the east. You'll find the Smithy and Provisioner as well. Thanks. Smarter bartering. A woman of Stoneguard who, after amassing some savings as a dancer in a desert town, now devotes her time to her education. Thanks to the support of noble patrons who admired her enthusiasm, she should have no difficulty continuing her studies. Nice collection of rocks. I don't know what Awaken does, but I don't like the sound of it. And she looks like she can put up a bit of a fight.
Hello there.
To the north is the Manor District. Go west and you'll reach the entrance, or exit, I suppose, of the town. A carpenter who tends to the various buildings throughout Stoneguard. Though the town boasts a rich history, it has fallen into decline, which prompted one of the older noble families to employ his services. So, let's go through his pockets. Shadow bow. So, yes, I would like this. I don't know how strong it is, because I think... Okay, if not for the whole elemental attack, it would be superior to that one. Yeah, he's using one. Because I thought I had one. I don't even remember where I got that adamantine bow. Well, they're keeping his eyes busy, I'll just... Huh? Who the... I mean, can I help you with something? A sly and quick-witted merchant, he is ever looking for new ways to earn a profit with minimal effort, while of course making sure to never dirty his hands, so far as it is possible. Injurious dust. Wonder if we should lay him out now and play it safe.
Huh?
People in these parts work themselves sick. I wish they take better care of their health. A man in the prime of his life who works at the town's apothecary. He eats well and exercises regularly, which helps him maintain his youthful appearance.
A good day to you.
Paper is a rare sight for some. Those my age can remember the days when everyone was writing on parchment. This man makes paper in Stoneguard, a town with a long and rich tradition of bookbinding. He painstakingly ensures that each page is equal in dimensions and quality, which has earned him an excellent reputation. Traders from far and wide come to purchase his product. Oh, forgot his pockets. That is embarrassing, man. I'm losing my touch. So, Falcon Garb. Yeah, that's really obsolete. The only Therion is still using it. That's probably just because I don't have anything better for him. So... yeah... I'm not seeing much here for me. I have 98 plums, wow. I'm gonna use those someday, I hope. Otherwise it defeats the point of getting all of them. Ah, Horn Cleaver. Soldier's Longbow. It's weaker than the Shadow Bow, but it gives you a little bit more crit. It's not worth it, though. Although that effect is kind of nice, being able to lower the target's defense just by hitting them with it once. Spike Shield, Falcon Hat. It's an improvement for Therion. I only have one of them at the moment. Elemental Robe. Yeah, I prefer my evasion on Alfyn. So I'm gonna buy one of these right now for Therion. Look like you got some fighting you. Could be wrong, though. A man who provides blacksmiths with quality iron from Stoneguard and surrounding region. Out of misplaced desire to help, he recently purchased a large sword from the brother of his lover, despite the exorbitant price. Forbidden Blade. So, hopefully you see the downside of this one is that it sometimes buffs the enemy. That's the trade-off. Now this would not necessarily be a bad weapon for Therion because he can use both the physical attack and the speed. And here we have a very unfriendly sword. If it was nicer around people, maybe they wouldn't call it a bastard, but it had its chance and it just ruined it. It has no one to blame but itself. Where's the item? Oh. Okay, first things first, you. Those brutes are always coming around my shop picking fights that no one ever sought. They meddled in my trade and even threatened me with violence. I'm as proud of my word as any, but even I wouldn't shop here if I had to deal with that. Can't they find someone else to bother? No good. This elderly gentleman, who once traveled all over the world, has since settled down to sell the remainder of his wares. Having spent most of his life on the road, he is without family, and is quietly looking for a suitable heir to his estate. May I introduce you to Therion? Whoa. Oh, so this is where I got the elemental augmenter. I may want that mighty belt. I bought this with Tressa, in case you're wondering. A long time ago.
Say again?
You got something you'd like to say to us? If you haven't, then clear out. A crass and blustering ruffian, he and his brethren stir up trouble around town. His sister, his only family, tried her best to show him a better way, but now that she is gone, there is no one left to keep his worst impulses in check. I'll be taking this, and this. Just between you and me, the boss wasn't always like this. He used to be. You'd even see us smile from time to time, but ever since he lost his sister Layla. This young man sees his leader as more of a big brother, and has sworn to follow him anywhere after the ruffian found him by the road and offered him a helping hand. Though he's not much of a fighter, he is rather confident in his skills as both a tailor and a cook. Rock Cleaver. Yeah. So yeah, that's already obsolete.
The hells?
You want to get past? You're gonna have to go through me. And I can't fight this guy. The friend and protector of a contemptible cad. Nothing more, nothing less. I'll take your soul stone, your ice stone, and your thunderstone. So level 40, I imagine. 60, wow. So he's like endgame material. The castle of Everhold is a ballad sung since ancient times. It tells the tale of death-dealing dragons and the desperate battle of a hero king. You should hear it. So now we have the fortress information. A minstrel who quietly sings of history, from elegies of fallen kingdoms to requiems for the dead, and other long-forgotten ballads of the past. Soothing Seed, Elusive Shield. So yeah, those are starting to become obsolete, but I may have use for a couple of them. No. Maybe on some of the other characters. So there should be a way to find stuff about his sister and talk him down and convince him to change his ways.
Victory shall
But who wants to crack some skulls instead?
Victory shall be mine.
Found a
Out
weakness.
my way. Have at you.
I was hoping he was weaker to axe, but oh well. I'm gonna fire the bow at him just for the hell of it. Now he's blinded. So the blind should stack, had he survived.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
It would just increase in duration by stacking, I mean. Pick up your buddy and scram, chump. What, you plan to get in my way? I'll be back, old man. You can count on that. Wait for me, boss. You've been a great friend to me. I thank you for your help. Looks like my troubles are not over yet. It's just no good. He always comes back like a bad leaf. No one would be that play persistent without reason. Has someone put him up to this?
Say again?
So it looks like there may actually be only one solution here. If even beating him down twice doesn't get rid of his empty head.
Victory! The battle!
Not having much luck with second servants here. Or blind in general.
Now then! With each battle, I grow stronger.
Got Fire Soulstone. This is gonna be a complicated one, isn't it? Yeah, you're on your own old timer. So keep in mind, you could fight this guy with Haunted if you wanted to. It's just you're gonna need some really strong monsters if he has 8 strength. No. How now then? Want to hear something curious? Rumors there's a direct descendant of the Ventus kings residing in this very town. Can't say I know much about kings nor history for all that, but it'd be a rum thing if true, wouldn't you say? A rather social gentleman at a glance, he is in truth a consummate businessman who trades in information. Not exactly he profits from as anyone's guess, but the fact remains that those who seek secrets and rumors would do well to seek them out. So that should be my 99th plum.
Hello.
Well, be with you, friend. Do you have business with me? The strikingly handsome son of a family of sculptors has chiseled features which catch the eye of many women, are only surpassed by those he shapes himself, as his every work is declared a masterpiece by his adoring fans. Sculpture toss? Nah.
Greetings.
Did you know that the first flame who brought down the heaven... The first flame was brought down from the heavens by Elfric himself. It was the selfsame Elfric who did seal away Galdra, the Fallen, and restored light to our fair Orstera. The town's clerk, he has a fondness for books and even authored one that explains the teachings of the sacred flame in simple terms. He distributes copies of it to curious children. Stimulating ring, protective ring, and enlightening ring. Focus spirit. So, have I gotten all these guys? If I inquire that, but didn't steal, that means there's something I didn't want. I think he had a potent seed or something like that. It was only 8% chance of theft. The common folk reside at the bottom of the stairway. It's tough to trudge up these stairs each day. A woman who works at the tavern, though she chose to do so in hopes that she would one day meet the man of her dreams. Fortune has yet to smile upon her. Lately she's been wondering if she would have been better luck working at the inn. So she's the opposite of the woman at the entrance. So I am going to guide her, in case you're wondering. Just because I don't think I can pass up that fire spell, it's just too valuable. I may swap her out for someone else better, though, just keep in mind I have to keep my options open.
Hello.
If you continue this way, you'll find a street lined with bookbinderies.
And thus,
There's also an inn and a tavern for the people who work there, and the scholars who come to buy books. A man who makes various tools for hunting. While he is still somewhat lacking in skill, he continues to hone his craft thanks to the support of his friend Nathan. Marksman's longbow. Soldier's longbow. first of both of those, and they're kind of inferior to where I'm at now. Like, this one has the crit that goes with it, but I like the blind, and I definitely want the accuracy just so I stop whipping attacks.
Sorry.
This way is barred. We'll need to find another path. A man who sells his sister's ironware to armorers and merchants. While appearing devoted and sincere to his sibling, in truth he pockets most of the profits to fund his gambling and drinking. That is messed up, dude. Just for that I'm taking your stuff. And you know what? You deserve a ride on the pain train.
Let us fight with honor. Victory shall...
No blind.
Have at you. Now then, out of my way. Have at you.
Okay, we finally found something he's weak to. And it's usually the thing I try first, go figure.
Damn. How about this? The battle is truly joy. Stand firm. No.
D9.
Victory! Out my way! Out my way!
So this would actually be a good time to break him, even though I don't have time to put out the buff. And of course.
Have at you!
So this is the best time to break him I'm gonna get for a while.
No!
There we go, a nice 2,000 damage.
The battle is truly joy. Out of my way! The battle is truly joy.
Okay, break him.
Out of my way!
Sweet.
No! Victory!
And then, like last time, put up Stout Wall to get rid of the debuff. Now it's a big move.
No!
Okay.
Damn! How about this?
I wonder if I should go back and try to pick the fight with the old lady now.
The battle is truly joy.
Bye-bye. He's breaking here.
Victory! Now then,
Let's do it.
my blade is unbent. Watch my blade dance. With
That's how you
each
use a
battle,
sword, son.
I grow stronger.
How do you do?
If you come looking for any sorts of materials for crafting, you've come to the right town. The quality of our wares is second to none. A blacksmith who spends her days working iron. The surrounding area is rich with ore, which she uses to create weapons and everyday tools. The time-consuming nature of her work limits the quantity of goods she can produce. Thanks to her brother's help, she nevertheless lives a comfortable life. Wow. Need to come back here with Tressa. The Inferno Axe is looking really tempting because this would be good for Hanet or even Ulbrich, just because you don't need the elemental aspect that comes with the other axe I have her using. The Imperial armor, this is much better than the stuff I have him wearing currently, I believe. Meh, I'd rather keep this just for its mixed stats, I guess. So I could beat her down, but then I have to beat her brother to get access here again. Empty coin pouch. This tome came from land across the sea. It appears to describe the lives and customs of the people who live there. Sadly, it's written in a script I can make neither heads nor tails of. I wonder if anyone can. A young man drawn into the world of bookbinding by his love of the written word. Disinclined to physical exertion, he learned all about the world through tomes, and as an adult now works hard to bring such joys to like-minded introverts. Elemental shield? Elemental robe. And we could beat the crap out of him, but what would that accomplish? It would be funny. I will admit that part. Aha, we meet again. Thank you for what you did. Do you remember? I'm a historian, and you were so good as to show me the way to the ancient monument. Ah, she's the one in search of Beowulf or whatever. Have you ever heard any tales of King Beowulf, perchance? If you have, I would like nothing more than to hear them with my own ears. No. That would be good for Therion, that's kind of it. 1 point of strength, and then you could guide her, but just remember she's really, really weak. So yeah, we'll just tell her and get her out of the way.
Amazing!
A ballad about the Castle of Everhold, you say? No, I've never heard it. So a red-eyed dragon appeared, sowing death and destruction. Hornburg was on the verge of collapse. It was up to the ancient King Beowulf to defeat the dragon. He built a castle strong enough to withstand the dragon, then risking all rode out to meet it. If this ballad's tale is true, then the remains of that castle must still stand somewhere in these lands. This is a valuable new clue. If I can find that castle, then... Gramercy, fair friend. You have been of great service. So I'm a little concerned. And the reason for that being... It's up here, higher. It's a big world. So, actually that's not it. Or is it this one? I wonder if that could be what she's looking for. Oh well.
How do you do?
This town is vibrant and great for doing business. I sell raw materials to the bookbinderies.
Yes.
And then I sell the finished books to the scholars. This place sure keeps him busy. The merchant who supplies materials to binderies. He took up his trade to supply his friend a local bookbinder with the best materials available. He hopes that one day the world will treasure the tomes he helped create. Unerring bracelet. A young man in search of history's many hidden truths. He loves nothing more than tracing the journeys of famous figures and unraveling history's many mysteries. I'll take it.
Well,
I'm studying the Ventus dynasty, which prospered 3 centuries before our time. Ventus III is my favorite of the kings. He was renowned for his drawings and paintings. The strange thing is, one day Ventus III suddenly stopped painting and never touched a brush again. It was as if he lost his muse. A queer mystery, fair to say, and I'm staying about to solve it. Half tempted to just beat him up now.
so you see...
To be a house guard for highborns, you gotta earn a name for yourself as a man that can be trusted. Well, after I failed to protect my master, you can imagine what my name is worth. Fall of House Landar. A former servant of a noble house, they failed to protect his master in his hour of need. They have since come to the realization that it would have been far better to have died with honor than to betray him and live, for the guilt which still weighs upon his soul is beyond measure. Yeah, if you're trying to protect someone with those, he's gonna get what's coming to him. Okay, the Lander stuff is not for that. The old man over there says he was a sellsword once years ago. Says he used to be a house guard for highborns. The Landers or something like that, though they don't live around here no more. A well-meaning youth who mistakes tactlessness for honesty and voices every little thought that comes to his mind. His careless cruelty has brought many to tears, and even adults, and earned him a reputation, a rather poor reputation. Just for that kid, I'm taking your candy and your marbles. Well, I just used a few grapes. I can go for a few more.
Hello.
This countryside is excellent for hunting. Well, just the other day, I caught me the finest young goatling. A hunter who roams the local wilds, taught to honor life, he makes every effort not to waste a single part of his prey, and shares that which he does not need with those who do. Unerring bracelet, arcane bow. And out of curiosity. Hold on. Can we guide him? I'll pass. I'd rather have the fire spell.
Well, you see...
Apparently there's a cave deep in the mountains where the Lord of the Forest lives. While employed as a groundskeeper by a noble family, he works as little as possible. Though he has been tasked with tending gardens all over town, he only trims the most prominent parts, leaving the grounds of abandoned estates to grow wild and free. Man, he is lazy as all hell, isn't he? Taking your grapes and your nuts. Specterwood Path. So we're going to be coming here with Haunted. I just wanted to mark it real quick. And I'm gonna need, Therion for that, unfortunately. So, I don't think there's anything more I can do at the moment. Hey, the guy's standing up again. That's the one downside of leaving the screen, I guess. You know what, I'm gonna beat him down again, and then we'll pick up when I actually have my group here. Okay, I forgot to grab this. It's just a large feather, but hey, for completion's sake. I went ahead and bought the Mighty Belt and the Inferno Axe. The Night Sword and everything else wasn't really worth it. And the Forbidden Blade cost 75,000. I only have 37,000 left. I could sell stuff for it, it's just... I don't think Therion needs it that badly. When I use Therion, I don't think I swing my sword very often, so I don't think it's worth it. But anyway, we need to change for the party. Cyrus in for Tressa. Ophelia for Prim, Honnet for Ulbrich. So, I was wondering if it was gonna pop. I guess we can just do Tell Me a Tale. Oh, probably because there's two of them. Didn't come up. Anyway, Honnet Chapter 2. You travel to Stonegard, where your master Xanto is headed when he penned his first and only letter. And so your search begins. This is gonna be a cakewalk, man. I'm just warning you now. The story so far. And so Honnet set forth in search of Xanta, her master, the closest thing to a father she had vanished while pursuing the baleful fiend Red-Eye, and the huntress has vowed to find him and bring him home. The direwolf Hagen, Xanta's ever-faithful companion, had returned to their village, but alone. It was enough to make Honnet fear the worst. In the first and only letter he wrote before disappearing, Xanta had mentioned the town of Stonegard, and so Honnet followed her master to the highlands. But to what avail? So I will admit, I'm not looking forward to this just because of the way she speaks. I know a lot of people just rag on the game for that because only in that one little part of the world do people talk differently from the rest of the world. And it's more of an archaic way of speaking than like a hillbilly type of thing. Which is why it just doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of things. It's also why I go to lengths just to try to ignore it. If you notice, I don't read her lines one-to-one. I actually try to modernize some of the crap. To be honest, I kind of wonder what she actually says in Japanese. Because I doubt she speaks the old samurai way of speaking. That would make sense for Ulbrich. So, what does she do? Does she have some sort of Kansai thing going on? Or did they just make something up for the English version? And the reason why I mention this is a little bit of trivia for you guys. On the Super Nintendo version of Chrono Trigger, Frog actually talked like a medieval knight. He was literally the only character in the game who spoke that way, and it was a translator's decision to have him do so. In the remake or re-release on the DS, and possibly the PC, I haven't actually played that one yet, he actually talks normally. Anyway, back on for the chapter. Stonegard, this is where Master said he would sojourn. Well, Hagen, do you perceive his scent? Something about this place confuses and troublesome, but no matter. Thou hast done well to bring us here. Now it is my turn to lead the hunt. But this is a large and sprawling settlement, not like our forest home. No, child, thou need not fear. We will ask the people. Someone is bound to know of Master.
Well,
I am glad thou agree. Now, where to begin the search? The alehouse, of course. If Master is known anywhere in this town, it would be there. Make for the tavern. It's kind of wonder the guy has lived as long as he has.
Welcome.
What can I do for you, lassie?
greetings.
A bowl of that broth, if thou would, and answer me a question.
All right.
The broth is easy enough. As for answers, you'll have to ask the question before I can tell you if I have any.
So then...
Know thou of a hunter named Zonta? I believe he sojourned here some moons ago. I know him, but I ain't seen him around for a spell now. Heard he'd taken to visit a woman named Natalia. She's got a house on the edge of town.
So then...
Natalia. This name is unfamiliar to me. I thank thee, landlord. If you don't mind me prying, lassie, you don't happen to be his apprentice, do you?
Yes.
Ah.
I knew it. He used to talk about you all the time, he did, when he was in the cups. Apprentice who's nothing like him, strict and straight as an arrow, no time for foolishness and folly, he'd say. As soon as you mentioned his name, I reckon you was the one saying, what with you matching his description and all. I'll take that as a compliment. Will you now?
Oh.
What is it, Hagen?
Damn.
Something has happened. Come, girl, we must follow him. What say you, Cyrus?
This bodeth ill.
Why did Hagen react in such a manner? An astute question. If I may posit, Hagen is of a species known as the direwolf, yes? It is said that a wolf's sense of smell is 100 million times more sensitive than that of man. And amongst wolves, direwolves have the most sensitive noses of all. I would posit that when he entered the city, he was overwhelmed by all the smells common to such a bustling center of activity. And yet, of all those odors, he would be most sensitive to those he is most familiar with. To wit. That is a point. I was just getting there. To wit, he detected a certain scent. Namely, the scent belonging to... Master, of course. Then we must make haste. Yes, precisely. Thou shalt not lose heart. I will listen to one of thy lectures after our job is done. So I'm in no rush to swap him out. But one thing I forgot to do off camera... Horn Cleaver... The Inferno Axe loses a little bit of crit, but it gets a lot of accuracy and more power. And the other reason I want this elemental defense is because that's going to combo into Alfyn and whoever else is bombarding them with spells. It can get very dicey very fast. As for the lance... guess we're going Bridge Lance. I'm still using my better ones. Can't take it from him. Soul Glaive makes sense. That one I'm content with leaving to her. I'd rather have the crit. Elusive Shield, Oasis Hat, I don't think I have anything better for her. Platinum Vest. No. Oh, she already has a Mighty Belt in it. Okay. So yeah, not too much to do for her.
Hoy!
Shoo, you mangy beast. Go on, bugger off.
At your service.
My dearest Natalia, what a delightful coincidence. Fancy running into each other here.
How are you?
Fancy that. I was just returning from the market.
It is an honor.
But what a burden you are shouldering, my dear. You must allow me to deliver it for you. That is, I'll have my man here do it naturally.
Nay.
I'm most honored, sir, but you needn't. Milady, I insist. I cannot forgive myself if you were to strain a muscle. Upon my honor, his worship never gives up, does he?
Right.
Poor lass, caught the eye of the wrong sort. Bound to happen with her fair looks turn every man's head.
Not so.
He is a wolf draped in silks, and that soldier of his makes sure he don't fall afoul of the husbands and fathers. There ain't no refusing him once he's got the scent. Remember the miller's daughter?
Oh ho!
So that's it, Hagen. Thou know this woman, and thou art trying to help her. Wise creature thou art, thou seest that she is in trouble. And so thou wilt scare off his soldier.
So then...
Is that right, Hagen?
Understood.
Then let me help. Were a fearsome beast to appear before him, that soldier would flee. A happenstance for which no one could be blamed. The sheer nerve of that man! Thou can say that again. Consider yourself warned, Hannet. Stay well clear of self-centered men. I have little experience with menfolk, aside from my master, of course. But thou hast experience in abundance. Pray tell me of their ways. I suppose I know a thing or two. Alright, there are two kinds of men in this world. Those who devote themselves to their trade or calling and spare little thought for the fairer sex, and those that have no time at all for work, but plenty for pleasure. If that is my choice, I shall take neither. Why, Hannet, it would seem you don't need my counsel after all. So... kind of odd that Prim's wearing red when she's as jaded as that. But anyway, we need to grab Tressa and Therion. Bar's back here. Ophelia. And just ordinary text. So he has 5-star, whatever you want to call it. Go forth, my friend. I was prepared for monsters.
Now,
So I may want to get her that cleric skill for regen sooner rather than later.
Let my arrow fly in true. Come in, if thou darest. I will not be thy. Let my arrow fly in true.
Here we go.
I will not be thy. Come in, if thou darest.
I have 1 double strike.
Let my arrow fly in true. Let my arrow fly in true.
So I don't know if I should have actually empowered the cat there or not.
Let holding back nothing. What next? Coming.
So I haven't mentioned it, but patience should be very good for duels. Just for that reason, I was wanted to get it for
I will not be thy prey.
for Ulbrich.
What next?
This guy is just hopelessly outclassed.
Letting the hunt begin. Missedst me. Missedst me. Coming, if thou darest.
So if there were any doubters in the effectiveness of a dodge tank,
Coming. Letting my arrow fly true. I will not be thy. What next?
So yeah, this is quite a bit of a time sink.
Letting my
I don't know
arrow
what it
fly
is that her monsters scale off of, if it's their stats or her stats. There's a lot that could be done just to make her provoke a little bit better, because I vastly prefer Blue.
The hunt ends.
Oh!
A monster in the middle of town? Hey, where are you going? I paid good money for you.
Hagen?
Where have you been? You left so sudden, I had no tidings of neither of you since. Where is your master Hagen? Where's Zanta?
Greetings.
That must be Natalia. I need speak with thee.
Oh?
And who might you be?
Greetings.
I am Zanta's prentice. I have traveled here from the Darkwood.
You don't say.
His prentice, you say? Then you must be Hannet. I've heard tell of ye. So master spake of me.
Aye.
Said you were a fine young huntress and learned fast, no matter his ham-fisted teaching. To raise others while belittling himself. That sounds like master. He's a good man, but as guileless as a beet.
So then...
Guileless, yes. Fortuitous, also, with a weakness for wine and dice. And yet he is honest and noble, and handle a bow with the best of them.
'Tis true.
You speak the truth there. So where is the old rascal? If Hagen's here, he can't be far.
The truth is...
Hagen returned to her village alone. I have come in search of master.
What?
Good gods, has something happened to the man? I was hoping that thou could help me answer that.
Huh.
I fear I may not be of much help, but I'm happy to tell you all I know.
Forgive me.
Can we talk at thy home? Let me carry some of that.
Thank you. Huh.
I wish there was more I could tell you. Last I heard he was heading for the forest out in the hills yonder. Then nothing.
Perchance.
When was this?
'Tis true.
3 months and you haven't... Wow. 3 months, I'd say. Give or take. He disappeared before, only to show up all of a sudden a few days later. I thought this time would be the same. Then the days turned to weeks, and the weeks to... I beg thee forgive my bluntness, but how did thou know him? My husband died not so long ago. Zanta was a friend of his. My husband, you see, was a soldier in service to the realm. They met when hunting monsters, and, well, they share a love of hunting and ale, so they had much to talk about down at the alehouse. Then my husband grew sick, and... After the funeral, Zanta started calling from time to time, and I appreciated the company, truth be told.
Understood.
Am I embarrassing you, dear? I suppose he's like a father to you. He was my teacher, but... I have no kin. I was alone in the world. Master took me in, cared for me, raised me as a hunter. Perhaps he only did so because he wanted to pass on his knowledge, the hunting lore that he learned from his own ancestors.
So,
But yes, to me, he is like the father I never had.
Oh?
You must be worried sick, him being gone so long with no word. I am. Thank thee for thine help, but now I must take my leave. I'm going to the forest, though surely the trail is cold by now.
Well, well.
Do take care of yourself, my dear.
Yes.
I will. May I ask thee one more favor? When thou next see him, do not tell him what I said today.
Oh?
You mean about him being like your father and all? I don't see where the harm is.
Ugh.
He would never let me live it down. Doubtless true now that you mention it. He's just the sort who tease a poor girl for speaking her heart. Alright, it'll stay our little secret then. Thank thee. Tressa? So Master Zant is like a father to you. You know, I was thinking about my own father the other day. And? He once got so angry at me I decided to run away from home. I ate some sugar from his stores, you see. I didn't see why that was so bad. We had plenty after all. Anyhow, the next day I came slinking back, my belly rumbling. Sure enough, Pa was waiting for me with a big bowl of sugar he said was my dinner. You could bet I begged for his forgiveness then. Your father sounded like a good man. You're worried, aren't you, about Master Zanta, I mean? Well, you shouldn't be. It'll turn out all right in the end, just you see. Thanks be to thee, Tressa. Aw, man. I was wondering if Therion was going to speak his piece here. So, I don't know who's next, Ulbrich or Ophelia. I'm kind of hoping Ophelia is next, but... Oh crap, I'm in the wrong part. It's Ulbrich. So Tressa out, Ulbrich in. And I'll make one stop. Actually, no, I can't. Never mind. I was saying I was going to go show you guys the store, the one blacksmith, but I don't have Tressa anymore, even though that guy is laid out. I was thinking about something there, but then I realized it was a false alarm. So that's why there was the sudden pause. So we're in a place where we're going to have random battles again. Probably going to spend some time in the after menus patching people up, because the things out here do pack quite a punch. So is this just a pure dead end? Wow. Didn't see a chest or anything down there. That's like the first time I've seen that in this game. A rock fall and no way around, but this is not recent. By the length of the shoots growing on it, I'd say 1-2 moons ago.
So then...
Remember thou this place? Is this where thou left him? I did not mean like that, little one. Thou hastened all the way to the village for help. Thou did not betray him, Hagen. Thou will turn back and search for another path. There's no way past this rock slide, that much is certain. So... Listen, my girl, hunting isn't just about sticking arrows into a monster's hide. Sometimes the land settle itself against thee, and nature herself fickle so that she is. But remember to stop and take in the air. Look around thee. Even if nature is thy foe, it does not mean thou must fight her.
Just so.
Instead, turn the lay of the land in thy favor. The creatures of this forest must have found a way past. Let us search for their trail.
This bodeth
Hagen,
ill.
Lind, to my side. Therion, speak. What is it? Provoke the mysterious wood creature. Let's do it.
If this beest thy will. Let the hunt begin. What
So
next?
can I actually capture... Or no, you can't capture during the bird fight, that's right.
What next? Let the hunt beginning. What? Come.
Let's see if he's weak to dagger.
Coming, if thou darest.
That sucks.
Letting the hunt beginning.
So I think he's weak to...
Coming.
Maybe elements now?
What next? Letting the hunt begin. Holding back nothing. Thou didst fight with courage.
Nice little payday, and we got some refreshing jam. Although I assure you the tree is not very refreshed right now.
Well, I'll
So,
be damned.
you know where to go next. Yes, from the moment I saw the landslide. Impressive, though I guess a hunter's most at home in the woods, eh? Thanks be to my training, my master hath taught me well. I hear there's no fiend he couldn't slay. As a hunter, he is without peer, but... when he venture into town, he is too easily tempted by the alehouse and games of chance. He lack anything resembling discipline. Sounds to me like you're being a bit harsh on him. Harsh, however so. Even the best of men fall prey to the temptations of the city. So it truly is more fierce than the deepest of forests. Yes it is, Honnet, yes it is. So even though there's a chance there could be a locked chest, I'm not going to last long if I don't have Ophelia here. So it is going to suck that I won't get the big paydays. You didn't get to see in that fight, but I was able to steal 1,000 leaves from one of the enemies there, which doubles to 2,000 because of that second chance thing. And that's not even counting the bonus money after the fight. Actually, that might be Tressa exclusive, I'm not 100% sure. And of course, by not having Therion or Tressa, we're going to miss on the big payday at the end of the chapter. And don't worry, if there are any locked chests here, I'll just edit that in at the end of the video. It'll probably be a disappointment, just like this fool's. So, I have a triple axe attack right now. A monster has that effect. I kind of wonder what awaits when we get into later chapters. I wanted to capture more monsters, but Alfyn chose to vaporize everything instead. Like, is there something that can withstand a lightning bolt over here? Anything? So there's the lock chest. Luckily it's near the entrance. Okay, the fireballs are just ripping crap apart here. Oh, this isn't exactly that close to the entrance, I guess. That's stupid. The enemies are not having a good time here. Yeah, I'm gonna save up for that. Wait a second, that's the way I came from. So I thought you could just walk over here, but I guess... I'd like to say I'm exaggerating, but Alfyn is just obliterating everything that comes in my path. Just one fireball and the field is clear. Oh, they are not refreshed right now, I can promise you that. The demon deer can resist the fireball. The problem is it's helpless against the attack that comes after the fireball. And I guess this is making up for me not having a merchant here. Aha. And we got some coppers for our trouble. Just one fireball, and then you need a broom to pick up what's left. Okay, that's a big circle. Okay, so this is where the lock chest was. All the paths converge right here. Almost have Hanet's skill. Her divine skill, that is. What's this statue doing all the way out here? Make sure there wasn't anything over there. I probably should have actually given Hanet a plum. Now that I think about it, her section hasn't been voice acted yet.
I see.
A battle was fought here. But it was not beast versus beast. The destruction lay only on one side of the field. Here the rocks are marked with, yes, nicks made by steel weapons. Faded footprints too. The signs of men. This fletching, there's no mistaking it. This is one of Master's arrows. He was among those who fought here. Was his foe this red-eye? The trail continued further into the woods. We must follow it. Miyazaki called. He wants his creature back. The Lord of the Force is in a foul temper, I see. It comes. Well, it's about to be mounted on my wall, so it's called.
Come in, if this beest thy will.
Victory!
Sword.
Yeah! Out of my way!
Let in the hunt begin.
Oh.
Here
Damn.
goes nothing.
Burn.
Scorch the earth.
So they have one other magic weakness. bring on the night.
Night Own, bring your shade.
Damn.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Oh, it's electric, isn't it? Because of her Thunderbird. So bow is a bust. Actually, you know what? We're gonna use level slash here.
I will cut it down.
I was hoping they were weak to sword, but I guess not. So we can cross that one off the list. And since they have fire in the middle, that means they do have one weapon weakness. I just don't know what it is yet.
Out of my way!
Bring it up!
So I can't afford to pass this up. I'll try lightning next time.
Scorch the earth!
Letting the hunt begin.
Yeah, remember when life returned to the forest?
Oh, no.
Not anymore.
Oh, sacred light.
And there you go, you get to see all of his weaknesses without me using Analyze.
Victory, my blade is out of my way!
I think I actually might have done more damage with Cross Strike, or whatever it's called. Nothing left, doesn't matter.
What next?
I just bought that new axe for her, so you can bet I'm going to use
nothing.
it. And we'll just use a fireball here.
What next?
Getting my money's worth.
What next?
So she's been laid the F out.
Here we go.
I want to try it.
Pick your poison.
You're not the only one who can use status effects, chump.
The battle is
What next? What next?
The battle is truly joined.
I didn't really pay attention to see how
Here
much
goes nothing.
damage the poison did. I'm gonna use the big fire spell next turn. Okay, time to cut loose.
Watch my blade dance.
Letting
Surprise, he's not the only one who knows that move.
Dance.
My turn now. Here I go! Oh, sacred light.
Okay, Alfyn, ball's in your court. Do not blow this. 6,000 damage. Wow.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
So screw it, I'm just gonna stick to the axe.
Damn.
Here we go.
I will not be defeated.
I think I may summon that villager. I'm not sure yet.
The battle is truly
1 second serving and it breaks.
I'll do my best. Oh, sacred light.
I figured that had a status debuff that goes through
Here goes nothing.
it. Yeah, I kinda need you to talk here.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
So I do not want to break him here. We're just gonna do Thunderbird.
Lightning done my bidding.
Okay, that's fine.
Letting the hunt beginning.
This is not This works. Hey, he's weak to spear.
Coming.
Thing is, you have to remember the axe is my prime weapon on her. I spend, what was that, 30,000 or something on that axe? You can bet I'm gonna use it. And then if he survives this turn, next turn, he probably will not.
A moonlight walk.
Gonna fire the bow at him because I suspect that's one of his weaknesses. Oh.
Prepare yourself.
Good night.
I am not made for such battles.
You handled yourself pretty damn well there, Ophelia. 200 JP, so I'm still a little short, but I have to come back here with Therion. He'll be replacing Ulberk, in case you're wondering.
A formidable beast. But this was not the red-eye that Master sought.
Makes a nice trophy, though.
Which meaneth, our true quarry lieth deeper within the forest. Master! But frozen, petrified in stone. What unholy thing happened here? Another of Master's arrows.
Can you believe it? She went all this way only to find him stoned out of his gourd. For shame.
Did this fate befall him even as he drew his bow? There is a note tied to the shaft.
To whomever readest this. Like as not, thou foundest this next to a stone figure. That's me, the hunter, Xanta, in the flesh, so to speak. I was commissioned by the Knights Ardent to hunt in the beast they call an Red-Eye. A beast that hath left me in this unfortunate state. Among Red-Eye's formidable powers is the ability to petrify. Already my feet have turned to solid rock. I have but a short time to pen this message before the curse overtaketh me completely. In a village called Stillsnow, there is a seer by the name of Susanna. Surely she shall knoweth what to done about this petrification. It is a faint hope, but the only one that remaineth to me. This beast cannot be allowed to run on amok. It is far too dangerous, too savage. Pray helpeth me, not for my sake, but for the innocents who dieth if this creature is not put down.
Master.
And Honnet, if thou art reading this, pray forgive us this old man for not keeping that promise.
The old fool, even as he was turning to stone. So thou wilt stay and watchest over him. That is good. I will seek out this seer Susanna, and pray she knoweth a way to break in the curse. Fearest not, Master. We will save you. Of this I swear. I should first return to Natalia and tell her what we have found.
Your master is an impressive man. It is in our most trying moments that our true character is revealed. Your master refused to yield, even as his limbs turned to solid stone. There are few with the wits to know what must be done at such a time, and fewer still with the composure to act upon it. Through his courage he instilled in you the gift of hope. If that is not greatness, then I know not what is. Truth be told, I've never heard such praise bestowed upon him. I look forward to the day that the three of us can sit down and share a drink. Best not. I should know that he turned most tedious when the mead started flowing. Endless tall tales of the great beasts he hath hunted, each repeated thrice for good measure. I see. Perhaps just soup and barley tea, then. So I have to make that return trip. Just think, pretty soon we'll be moving on to Alfyn Chapter 3. I'm not strong enough to even challenge that guy yet, which kind of sucks. Wait, up here.
It's good to see you.
There you are, dear. Did you find him?
Greetings.
We did, however. He was stoned out of his gourd. Been that way for 2 months. Minimum.
What?
The beast turned him into stone? If his letter spake true, then yes. I do not know how we can bring him back, but I will find a way. I will begin by finding the seer called Susanna. In hunting, thou must never abandon the chase. Master taught me this. If I am to truly call myself his prentice, I must see this hunt through to the very end.
Oh?
Indeed.
'Tis true.
It's a queer thing. What is? You and Zanta are different in so many ways, yet at times like this, your eyes glitter in the same way. You both have the same steel inside you, when you set your mind to something.
Truly?
Is that so? I reckon it is. Almost like father and daughter, you might say.
Oh?
Now, who could that be? If you'll excuse me. Ah, it's the creep. Someone thou knowest. A knight ardent.
Indeed.
Thought I recognized that mule.
But...
Eliza, what art thou doing here?
It's like this.
We had no word for Zanta for weeks. I came to find him. In his most recent missive, he said he was coming to this town in pursuit of the beast.
I see.
It's the last I heard from him as well. Whatever has happened here, you must tell me all you know.
God's a mercy. For
For
a
a hunter-
hunter of Zanta's skill to succumb.
Okay, she's voicing that, so I don't have to.
I would hear all thou knowest about this red-eye.
I fear I know very little. Nothing even. The Knights Ardent simply bid me hire Zanta. They told me nothing more. But it is clear they must have known the danger.
Then why send one man to face the monster alone?
Not any man.
So great was the peril, they could turn to no one else. On the hunt, no one could match his speed, his guile. If they had sent a regiment with him, he would have squandered his strength just to keep them alive. Or so they said.
It is true. Our village wanteth not for skilled hunters, but even the best of them would only get in his way. The knight's judgment was correct.
But even so,
It leaves a bad taste in your mouth, yes. It is the same for me. By sending one man alone, we declared to the world our own weakness. Now it falls to me to hunt Red-Eye in Zanta's stead. Hunnet, you have another duty. You must go and find the seer.
Have her make 2 petrification potions, just in case.
Yes, it was Master's last command, before the curse overtook him. I will find the means to free him of it. I must.
Zanta's lucky to have such capable friends.
My skill in the hunt is hardly the measure of his, but he needs me, and I will do what I can. Countless times Zanta has lent me his strength and courage. Now it is time to give of mine. I shall send word if I learn more of this Red-Eye.
Thank thee. Fearing not, we will save it, Master.
Olberg? Oh no, Ophelia, I mean. I've heard much of this, Eliza. Indeed, the Knights Ardent are servants of thine order, yes? Indeed, she is well respected by the Church and known as one of its most loyal servants. 'Tis a terrible waste that she maintained this friendship with my master. She honored him with her company, yet he is naught but a source of vexation and worry. She is a noble and beautiful woman. Would that I could be more beautiful, could be more like that. I know what you mean. She is a role model to us all. Truly, even a beauty such as thyself? Oh, come now, you're more beautiful than any of us. We should spend more time together. What sayest thou? I'd like that very much, Hunnet. And then Alfyn is the last to speak. I kind of mentioned that's a trend. For some reason he has to have the last word. He's just one of those guys, I guess.
Hunnet, wait!
Natalia?
I'm so glad I caught you. Here, this is for your journey.
There was no need for thee to...
It's a trifle, compared to what you and Eliza are doing. Zanta was a good friend to me, after my husband passed away and all. Now I can't go fighting no monsters like you two.
Yes, but...
So the least I can do is help you on your journey. Let me do that much at least.
Of course. Thank thee for the gift.
And, one more thing. Promise me you won't do anything foolish now, will ya? Even for Zanta's sake?
I will be cautious. After all, I'll be of no use to Master if I get myself killed.
Exactly. Good luck to you, Hunnet.
Thank thee. I promise that I will return, and Master with me.
And thus, Hunnet leaves Stoneguard behind her. Her new quest, to save Zanta from his petrified fate. She must find the seer Susanna, named in Zanta's last message. Though it be but a glimmer, it is hope nonetheless. And so she sets out for the Frostlands and the village of Stillsnow. It would seem that her journey has only just begun. Okay. Oh, okay. Alfyn, your thoughts?
Howdy.
Hunting ain't an easy life, is it? I am still but apprentice and not a hunter true. Tell me, is your master a good man? Mine is. Well, he's not my master per se, just someone I look up to more than anyone. I haven't met him in years. Still, if I knew he was in danger, even vicious fiends couldn't stop me from rushing to his aid. Sorry, I'm just saying. I think I know how you feel is all. Anyway, just remember, I'm here to fix up any wounds you suffer on the way. So you don't have to hold anything back in your quest to save him. What's the matter? I was merely waiting for my turn to speak. And now that it has come, allow me to thank thee from the bottom of my heart. Well, that was short, sweet, and to the point. So, Stillsnow, I think that was where Ophelia Chapter 2 was. So right here we can finally start seeing the level spread. Prim is at 40. Alfyn, 32, 32, 36. 40 and 38, wow. So there were some big jumps there. So anyway, next order of business is me going back to grab that one chest with Therion. I will splice that into the end of the video, and when we pick up next time, we're going to be going back to Saintsbridge for Alfyn Chapter 3. So real quick, one other thing I have to mention is I kind of hope I can go out to eat sometime soon so I can take the Switch with me and just explore all these lands and mark the caves. Because there's quite a bit of area that I still have to do, like Captain's Bane. And yeah, we'll see how it all comes together. So anyway, there'll be one more scene and then I'm out. Till next time, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.